Hello there, people of YouTube. I decided to go ahead and make a video, probably make a couple of these. I just been going through some issues lately. I am 34 years old and I have a newborn son, which is wonderful. I've been having dizziness though for going on 4 or 5 months now. And it's not even just like spinning dizziness, it's kind of like you're walking on a trampoline, is how I read it the other day. Seems to be the best description of it. It all started back in September of 2014. I had what they say was a panic attack. I could have sworn it was a heart attack. Actually, I called 911. My body was really off. I had trouble breathing. My limbs were going numb and I pretty much couldn't walk. I had to crawl. I thought I was going to throw up, and well, basically they told me everything was fine. I did a EKG, everything was normal. They did blood sugar tests, they did all kinds of different things, and everything came back normal. Didn't even go to the hospital in the ambulance. Then about 10 days later my son was born, which was wonderful, and now we have a 3-year-old daughter and our 4-month-old boy, so we are done. I've got a boy, girl, and a dog, so we don't need anything else. And well, it seems like the day after my son was born, we're in the hospital, everybody's coming to visit, and all of a sudden this, what they said was a panic attack, came back. I started off, I felt nauseous. Then I felt lightheaded. I had to lay down. I started shaking. My heart rate started racing. I had been keeping track of beats per minute on my phone, and it would go from starting at like 84 beats per minute. It would jump to like 135, and I wasn't even doing anything. So they rushed me down to ER, did all kinds of tests, blood work, urinalysis, kept me hooked up to a heart rate monitor for a while. My heart rate kept going up and down. EKG going, still nothing was wrong. Apparently they did all the tests that you would do for heart attacks and all that, and everything came back normal. So I still didn't know what the problem was. Kept going back to my doctor. He of course just wanted to give me medicine for anxiety, and says that that's all it is anxiety. But every day since the first attack in September, I have been had imbalance. Every time I walk, it feels like I'm just kind of up and down. And it gets worse in the evenings, which is kind of weird. They put me on some medicine. I would notice that if I didn't take the medicine 1 or 2 days, I'd immediately feel horrible again. And sorry for the thumb there. I'm actually holding this with my other hand while I'm doing this. I'm kind of new to this YouTube thing as far as making a video, so this first one probably won't be so great. But anyway, I ended up going to an ENT specialist because a lot of people have told me that, and I did a lot of research and had found that it could be an inner ear issue. Before that, I had tests for MS. I had an MRI of my brain done. Everything's fine. Guess I have a brain in there, which is a good thing. But I kind of, with all the information I read on MS, I thought maybe that was what was going on, but apparently it is not. I've had copper testing done. I've had testing for hemochromatosis to see if I had too much iron in my system. All kinds of different things. Ended up going to this ENT specialist, and after a hearing test, which my hearing's fine, and conversation with the specialist, he diagnosed me with vestibular neuritis. I thought that might be, one of the things I had read about with labyrinthitis or labyrinthitis or vestibular neuritis. Thought it could be one of those, either one, and turns out that he thinks it is vestibular neuritis. The only issue I still have, he had given me medicine, and it seemed to be getting a lot better, but I do still have it come back in the evenings. The dizziness returns. And the other thing that kind of throws it all off for me is my kind of upper abdomen, almost where my ribs are. I have this pain that kind of comes and goes, and it feels a little worse when you push on it. So, you know, that kind of makes me nervous. Plus, some of the blood work I've had done, I've had mildly elevated liver enzymes. I've had mildly elevated ferritin levels. So there's a few different things that are going on inside my body that I'm not really sure what the issue is. I've started trying to get back to exercising. I've exercised for a couple days now. I noticed that my heart rate does take a little bit longer to return to normal levels, which is a little bit concerning, but I don't know, I guess if you haven't worked out in a while, that could be the case, or could be normal. So I don't know. If anybody else out there is having these issues, maybe go ahead and comment. Let me know if you've had any help with them, if anything's gotten better. I'm trying to work through it, and hopefully it'll go away eventually and I'll be back to normal. But I will keep everybody updated, and thanks for checking out my video here. Bye.